And up next, we have Kiana Del Rey, who's going to be talking about medicine versus nutrition. And at 7:30, and we have Rika Kaplan in the playroom. So go join Rika for some readings with Rika. And we have Kiana. Let me introduce Kiana. Is she on the stage? Is she here? There she is. Hey, girly.
Hey, hey.
So she is known as the Divination Del Rey. I met her on Clubhouse and fell in love with her, and she kind of fell in love with what we're offering too. And here she is. And, you know, she came in as a volunteer and as a speaker, and, you know, she's here to serve. So love having this girl here. Today, she's going to be talking about how medicine versus nutrition. She's had her own bouts of her own illness with like chronic illness, and, you know, trying to come back with her, you know, to her life and serving the world and losing 100 pounds and trying to help people be the best version of themselves. She helps serve entrepreneurs, professionals, business owners with chronic illnesses who, and she wants to teach them to heal themselves through holistic and natural solutions, through nutritional, non-toxic living and natural remedies. You know, I can't even that's like a short version of what she has to offer. I can't believe that's what you gave me as a bio. Honestly, you know, as much as you like to talk and as much you like to share and as much as you have so much to offer, you can go on and just share who you are and what you have to offer and share with the world. You can find her, you can find all of her links in the chat. You can find that, look out the links all in the chat. All right, go ahead, girlie, welcome.
Hey y'all, and thank you so much, Sheri, for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Can you see my presentation? Is it?
Yeah. Yes.
Fantastic. All right. So today we're going to be talking about medicine versus nutrition. Ding, ding. Who are you guys putting your money on? Because for me, I know all bets are off on this one for me. I'm putting my money on eating healthy all the time, all day, every day. So go ahead. I don't want Sheri to have to instruct everybody to put the door prize in the chat. Go ahead and put the door prize in the chat right now, because I'm going to be giving away a free ticket to my next event. So make sure you get those numbers 1 to 100 in the chat right now. Okay. So go ahead and drop your numbers for me, everybody, because I'm giving out a special gift. So the causes of illness, we know that they're biological, and that's why there's an importance on whole body healing. So it's an important reason why we feed our bodies the right nutrients, right? Then environmental factors and lifestyle factors as well. And that's why we're talking about this. So this, you might be asking me, is this webinar for me? And this webinar is truly for anyone who doesn't eat healthy or deals with any of these following problems: allergies, asthma, any type of gut issues, obesity or underweight, or any type of diabetes or autoimmune disease. This webinar is for you. So you may be like, who's that chick? Sheri's, you know, I gave her the Cliff Notes version. Kiana Tompkins, board certified music therapist, or I used to be a professional damsel in distress. Let me be frank. Honestly, I was a hot ass mess. I was stressed, depressed, an anxious mess, sick, in pain, and ashamed, thrown away and traumatized, abandoned and abused, unemployed and unpurposeful. I had a lack of direction. And to be honest, y'all, I was lost until I took authority over my life, my career, and my health. And that's why you can see in these pictures, I went from being 255 pounds to 155 pounds today. I'm humbly healing from allergies, asthma, hypertension, tachycardia, a coronary spasm, hidradenitis suppurativa, which I had to have my armpits completely removed, GERD, IBS, but IBD is now suspected, polycystic ovarian syndrome, generalized anxiety disorder, ADHD, and PTSD. So people are always like, Kiana, what kind of illnesses do you have? And the truth is, honey, a whole list of them, but that's okay, because healing is possible no matter what diagnosis you receive. I used to take 26 pills a day, 13 medications twice a day, and now I'm down to one single medication. But how did I get here? Through mastering mindset and mindfulness, building a strong body, accepting love and connections to others, and spiritual alignment with my path, that I am here talking to you about this topic today, about how to heal naturally. So now I'm still a board certified music therapist, but I'm a life coach, a naturopathic advocate, an herbalist, a pain management consultant. I consult on gut health and nutrition as well, a certified trauma support specialist, and an energy practitioner. I am Kiana Del Rey. That's what I'm doing business as. And I'm an intuitive holistic healer. And I'm here to talk about one of the ways that we heal ourselves naturally, which is through nutrition. So let's talk about the route to reach remission and to keep reaching for healing. So the problems include chronic illness, which give us mental overload, physical exhaustion, and existential dread because we're stressed the F out. We have all these negative thoughts. We have all these symptoms and insomnia and feeling lost and lonely. But there is a solution. Through whole body healing, we really reach true health through mind, body, spirit, three-dimensional healing when we fix our mental health, our mindset, our nutrition that we're talking about today, non-toxic living, and have a purpose for our life and spiritual expression. So the three aspects of natural healing are nutrition, non-toxic living, and natural remedies. And today I want to take a deep dive into one particular, nutrition, and the importance of eating healthy. So what is nutrition? Nutrition is the science of how food provides nutrients for our nourishment. And signs of good nutrition include a good body weight, clear skin, glossy, flowy, long hair that doesn't break, a strong immune system, consistent energy levels, mental wellness and alertness, and appropriate appetite, digestion, and elimination. And elimination is just a fancy word for poop. Nutrition is totally necessary because nutrition aids in our immune system, gives us the proper energy for each day, improves our mood, prevents illness and chronic conditions, and also gives us a longer life. So I want to know, like, are you really healthy? Like, how healthy are you really? Do you eat food or do you eat crap? Are you buying 100% all organic products? If you have an autoimmune disorder, are you eating on the autoimmune protocol? Do you have a healthy body mass weight index, or are you overweight or underweight? And are you experiencing a lot of drainage in your nose, gut, ears, and etc.? Maybe you're somebody who has a weak immune system with frequent colds, digestive issues, skin infections, organ problems, delayed growth, or any autoimmune diseases. Or maybe you have gut health issues. Maybe you have a lot of stomach disturbances. You have a high sugar diet. You're intentionally gaining weight or losing weight. You have sleep disturbances, skin irritations, or any gut-related autoimmune conditions. Or maybe you're addicted to sugar. You get headaches all the time. You're feeling pretty lethargic and have a lot of fatigue. You get a lot of cravings, muscle pains, nausea, bloating, and insomnia. So I'm going to teach you the basics to nutrition, and it's going to be like a whirlwind. So stay tuned, get your pencil out, and let's take some notes. So we're going to talk first about macronutrients, which are carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. They're the big parts of our diets. They're basically the foods that we eat in the largest amounts. The first and the one that we need the most of, which is actually against what a lot of you guys hear, is carbohydrates. Our body actually gets the most of its energy from carbohydrates. Now, we need to talk about how to eat carbohydrates correctly. So simple carbohydrates are broken down quickly because they're smaller sugar molecules to be used as quick, fast energy. Complex carbohydrates are made up of longer molecules that are more sustainable. Our daily intake should include 225 grams to 325 grams a day, and they should make up about 45% to 65% of our meals. Our body breaks down carbohydrates into glucose so that it can use as blood sugar as our main source of energy. And this works for our body's cells, our body's tissue, and our organs. Example foods that would be ideal for eating carbohydrates are rice, whole grains, potatoes, quinoa, barley, oats, fruits, and vegetables. Nextly, we're going to go over proteins, and proteins are naturally occurring, extremely complex substances that consist of amino acids that basically make peptide bonds in our body. So these things come from animal products or plant sources, and a few of the animal products that we know of is it comes from meats, eggs, fish, and dairy. And we also know that we can get it from plants as well. That's why you see a lot of vegan folks. Beans, lentils, seeds, nuts are great protein sources. Now, when you want to think about how much protein should you eat, you need to take your weight times 0.36, and that will give you exactly how much protein you need to eat a day. So everyone, go ahead and put in the chat. You should already have your door prize number in the chat. Do you have your door prize number in the chat? Go ahead and stick it in there. And also do this equation. How much protein do you need? For me, I need 57 grams of protein a day. Our bodies break down protein into these amino acids and they absorb it. It builds our muscles, our organs. It helps build hormones and antibodies as well. And they can also be stored as fat to be burned as energy later. Example foods include peanut butter, Brussels sprouts, artichoke, and chia seeds, because I wanted you guys to hear some different things besides meat and all the other things that we already know. Then lastly, of our macronutrients, we're going to talk healthy fats. So fats are a fancy term, or is a simple way to describe a fancy term called triglycerides in biology. And triglycerides are basically lipids, and they're found in our bloods. The ones that we can get from our meats include beef, pork, and lamb, which are less lean than fats that we get from poultry or fish. So poultry and fish are always going to be like your healthiest food. And then beef, pork, and lamb, any type of red meat is going to be a little bit less healthier because they're super duper fatty. Plant sources include nuts, seeds, avocados, olives, and oils. Our daily intake should be anywhere between 44 grams and 77 grams a day, and our body uses fats for later. It literally, the reason why we need fats is so that we can store them and use them for later. So we're going to talk micronutrients, which are our vitamins, our nutrients, and our water. So vitamins are, so some of the fat soluble vitamins include vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Those are the ones that are fat soluble. All the other vitamins are B vitamins that our body breaks down in water. So vitamin A helps us have healthy teeth, bones, and soft tissue, mucous membranes. Vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, it helps us have healthy red blood cells and maintain brain function. Vitamin B12 helps for our metabolism. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid, is known as an antioxidant. It keeps us healthy, keeps our immune system strong, but it also promotes healthy gums and teeth. It also helps us retain iron out. So it really helps with blood as well, and for wound healing. Vitamin D is the hardest one to get, and that's why everybody should be spending at least 15 minutes outside, because it's the hardest one to get from food. It's better gotten from the sun, and you need this to be able to absorb calcium. We need vitamin D. Vitamin E is an antioxidant, and it helps our red blood cells. Vitamin K is important because it helps our blood coagulate and stick together. Biotin is known for keeping our hair growing and being able to promote metabolism of proteins and carbohydrates. Niacin, also a vitamin B, helps with healthy skin, nerves, and lowers our cholesterol, and promotes better cholesterol. And then folate, it's also known as folic acid, is good for female reproductive organs. B5 is essential for metabolism. Riboflavin, or B2, is super important for the growth and the production of our red blood cells. And B1 is known to help us change carbohydrates into energy. So that's what the vitamins are for. But those minerals, they have their own job too. Magnesium, sodium, potassium, chloride, they're all electrolytes that help us have body fluids. Iodine is found in some of our foods, and it helps us with our thyroid hormones. Iron is for our blood, our hemoglobin. So it's super important that we utilize and make sure we're getting enough iron. Magnesium, as you guys know, magnesium is for everything, but really it helps our muscles and our nerve function and our blood sugar levels and our blood pressure. So it's really important to get your magnesium. Potassium It helps your nerves, your cells, your muscles, and it helps your body regulate your blood pressure, your heart rhythm, and also the water content in your cells. Selenium is known for reproduction, thyroid function, and DNA reproduction. Zinc helps us stay healthy and helps us fight off bacteria and viruses. Sodium helps us with the function of our nerves and our muscles, but we need that in small quantities. And then phosphorus helps keeps our bones strong and healthy. So let's talk crap versus food and how to watch out for the dangerous stuff. So are you putting crap in your bodies? Carbonated drinks, refined sugars, which are going to keep you from absorbing vitamin C, refined grains with no germ, no brand that are going to make you have gut problems, or refined salts that are going to raise those blood pressure levels up and have no nutritional benefits whatsoever. Are you eating a lot of artificial sweeteners, colors, and flavors, a lot of processed foods and preservatives? So reasons why we should eat organic is because there's no genetically modified nasty chemicals inside of them. There's no pesticides. The biggest reason is so we can reduce our risk of heart disease, cancer, and chronic illness. But the last reason is because when we have pesticides in our foods, they actually lack nutrients compared to our organic counterparts. So that's a good thing to know. Acidic foods. So these things are things that these foods are ones that are high in acidity and are known to cause heartburn or GERD issues. So fresh or processed meats, eggs, beans, oilseed, salt, citric fruits and tomatoes, caffeine, all of these things listed here are things that would include really high acidic foods. And if you have a lot of heartburn, you may want to cut some of these things out. The dangers of fast food are the blood sugar spikes and the insulin resistance because it contains too many empty carbs that get turned into sugar really quick. They also promote high LDL levels, which are bad cholesterol. These foods are high in sodium, so they're known to raise blood pressure. And a lot of people think that the grease is the reason why people break out with acne, but it's actually the carbohydrate intake that makes people break out with acne. And everybody knows that if you have high cholesterol and high blood pressure, both of those things put you at risk for heart disease or stroke. And some fast fat facts are that trans fats and hydrogenated fats, these are fats that are in processed foods. They're made from chemicals. They're in our baked goods, snack goods, fried goods, our shortenings. They typically turn solid at room temperature. These are some of the worst ones for you. Really, other bad fats as well are the saturated fats, which also have other chemical properties as well that can be really bad for us as well. So the secrets to eating healthy. Let's eat healthy in fun and easy ways. So let's eat food, fresh, organic fruits and vegetables, organic grass-fed beef or lean meats, omega-3 fatty acids, and drinking plenty of water. Eat more food. Let's understand calories so that we know what we're doing if we're counting our calories. So calories defined are the amount of energy released when your body breaks down or digests food. The ideal calorie goal is 2,000 calories a day for women and 2,500 for men. And if you are going to create a calorie deficit to lose weight, it's recommended that you only do so by 500 calories to lose 1 pound a week, but never go below 1,200 calories a day. So when you're shopping next, you want to make sure that you have meats on your list if you're a meat eater, organic and lean. When you're shopping your fats, you want to get like olive oil or canola oil. When you're grabbing your cards, you might want to get some brown rice, sweet potatoes, organic corn, raw sugar cane, and organic fruits and vegetables. And when you're prepping your meals, go ahead and cook you can either batch cook on one day or cook a meal each day and make extras and freeze the extras for later, for the next weeks. Because maybe you're like me and you don't like to eat the same thing all week. It gets old. And ways to portion your foods include eating at least a third of a 3/4 cup of proteins each meal, a half cup of carbohydrates, 1/4 cup of fats, 1 cup of fruits, and 1 cup of vegetables per meal. Eating whole foods is one of the biggest things that you can do to be healthy. I think I might have made Sheri hungry with all this food talk. Let's see here. Foods that are either not processed at all or processed very minimally. Whole grains and legumes, fruits, and vegetables. And foods that are labeled with a ton of unpronounceable ingredients. Those foods aren't whole foods. Leave them at the store. If it comes in a bag or a box, leave it at the store. Non-toxic preparation of your foods is essential. So stop cooking on Teflon pans and storing them in Tupperware containers because you're taking your organic foods and then throwing them back into some chemicals. So that's just a little tidbit for you there. Quickly, some bonus lessons for you guys. Talking about high vibe foods. So this is going to be foods that raise our vibration. Whole organic foods, rooted vegetables that are from the ground because they ground us, herbs, herbal teas, twig teas, nuts, seeds, legumes, sprouts, fermented foods, any healthy oils as well. Anything that comes from the earth is going to be super high vibrational for our bodies. Thinking about the energy that we take from our food. So the doctors say that they do not believe that there's any scientific validity to the alkaline diet. However, if you're somebody who deals with heartburns, especially, definitely pay attention to this. So what you need to know is our bodies need about 7.40 in it. That's how a natural human body needs to be in its pH level. Acidic foods are anywhere from 0 to 6.9, neutrals at 7.0, and then alkaline is anything above 7. So acidic foods are going to be like meat, poultry, fish, dairy, eggs, grains, alcohol. Neutral foods are going to be like natural fats, starches, and sugars, and alkalines are going to be fruits, nuts, legumes, and vegetables. So let our souls connect. And if you want to hear about how we can work together, I'm super excited about this opportunity to work with you because you might be in a place where you're having recurring symptoms that are managing your life and you're having to manage your life around your condition. Maybe you have a long medication list and you're taking anything you can for relief. Maybe you have gut problems, diarrhea, constipation, gassing, bloating, leakage. Maybe you have pain and inflammation. Maybe you're tired of not being able to spend the time that you want with your family because you're always feeling sick all the time or you don't have enough energy. Or maybe you have a lot of high medical costs with deductibles, copays, pharmacological costs, and medical bills. That might be where you are now. And chronic illness refers to any type of condition that can only be managed and not cured. So I'm wondering, do you have a chronic illness? These things include asthma, allergies, autoimmune, hypertension, IBS-D, SIBO, diabetes, obesity, depression. Any type of mental illness is also a chronic condition, and polycystic ovarian syndrome. 1 in 5 people in the US live with a chronic illness. 4 in 10 have 2 chronic illnesses or more, and 41 million people die a year from chronic conditions. So the miracle map to healing is to set your intention to leave sickness behind, to identify the root causes of your health issues, to address it from a mind, body, spirit, 3-dimensional approach, and then use natural healing. Opportunities don't come knocking. We got to create them. So if you could improve your health naturally, would you do it? It seems like a no-brainer, right? So if a chronic condition rules your life or you want to become healthier, maybe you're struggling to feel better more consistently, tired of taking all the medications, maybe you have a lot of painful gut problems, joints and inflammation flare-ups that make you say like, F this. And if you're ready to heal deeply and become more restored and take your life back, book a call with me because it's time to rise up into relief. to say hello to a lifestyle fit for a warrior and goodbye to all of that drama that left you behind, because you're taking a total mindset makeover, building a strong body, and learning that inner spirit love. So are you tired of being held back by your illness and ready to take back your health? Let me know if you're ready to heal your body naturally. So are you ready to start healing naturally today? I've put some information in the chat about how to work with me. You can book a 15-minute free discovery call for me to kind of hear about what's going on with you and to see if we're a good fit to work together, and for me to just really see like what's going on and be able to help. Or you can check out my store on the Healers Network to book any type of intuitive healing with me, any services. Go ahead and let me know. But make sure you can sign up for your 15 minutes, because that's a no-brainer. It's completely free. Go ahead and get on my calendar. Let's see what you've got going on. Let me pour into you. Let me just love on you for a minute and see what we can do. So book a free discovery call. The link is in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. So on Calendly, Kiana Del Rey, divination, 15 minutes. It's in the chat. So I hope that you posted your door prize numbers. It was always a part of this presentation, so I definitely didn't, it was so pre-done. It was a part of my presentation. So I'm gonna look in the chat and see who won.
But don't expect that to happen, because they didn't know what they were even getting into. So they had no idea who you were and what they wanted to buy into. So as they listened to you for the past 30 minutes, I think everybody in this room wants to be part of your life or have a taste of it. So let's check and see who wants to now have a taste. So put your number in the chat from 0 to 100.
And we'll just spin for a number. I'll use my spinning wheel. I've got like a random thing. We'll just like...
Give them a chance. It just came up for air. You just like went as Annette goes 3 times. So let's take your screen share off.
Okay.
Okay, beautiful. And you wrote your number down on a piece of paper.
I'm spinning for it, so it's completely random.
Yeah, don't look at the chat.
I'm not.
Okay, don't look at the chat.
The
Anybody here?
22.
Put a number in the chat if you'd like to have a session with her. If you haven't won, even if, Michael, you want to put your number in there, go for it. Let's see how close you are. I'd be curious if you got 3 out of 3. I'm not going to give it to you anyways, but it'll be good to see. Okay, awesome. Let's see how good we're going to get. Okay, guys, up next, we have Jean Ladeau, who's our intuitive conversationalist, and he's going to be here on the main stage, and Kiana is going to be moving over to the playroom. So you're going to follow Kiana over to room 1, into room number 1 instead of her private room. Hold on. You're going to follow her over to the playroom instead of her private room in order to have interaction with her. Okay, we'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, so I spun 666, so I chose 66.
Hmm.
I think it's Beth Slater.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you.
Yay!
Congratulations, Beth.
Thank you.
So Beth, follow her over to the playroom right now in room number 1, and you guys can exchange information. Quickly, Beth, if you just want to tell us your email in case something happens.
Sure, it's radiantbeth@gmail.com.
Radiant what?
Radiant Beth.
Beth, got it. Easy enough. Okay, cool. So you can follow Kiana over to room number 1 for her playroom experience. And she's going to be